I'm using a reinforcing thread while I work. So if you're using one, this is how I add mine in. It's so thin, I double it over and put it on the last peg that the yarn is coming from. Kind of twist it together a bit. That way it just kind of appears to be one strand. And then you just start your flat stitch. You just work your flat stitch. When you get to the ends, just kind of keep working. If they're sticking out, you can cut those out later. But you are going to work, this is where you started. You're going to work over to this peg right here. And then I'm going to show you how to do your decreases. This is our last stitch here, and this is actually the first of our decrease. So you're going to lift the stitch off the peg, put the working yarn behind it, and then put that stitch back on, which that's our initial. Now we got to work back to this peg. So you're going to run the yarn that's behind this peg over top of it, and you will knit that second one. So this right here will have 2 separate stitches on it. This will have 1, and then you just work back to the other side. Just work all the way over to here. Okay, so we're over here. Now we will do our decrease. Pull the stitch off, working yarn behind, and you put the stitch back on. And see, you run it in front. It's going to kind of bunch together some, but you can go like that and see that it's 2 separate stitches. Work down to this stitch right here. I'll show you how to do your decreases a couple more times. This was our first decrease, so now we're going to decrease the one right before it. So again, you lift the stitch up, put the working yarn behind the stitch, and then replace it. Yarn in front of that peg, and then you flat stitch back to the other side. You're going to go back and forth like this, decreasing 1 every row until you have 9 pegs on this side and 9 pegs on this side that have 2 stitches on each one.